I ran a network monitor behind one of the most downloaded free VPNs on the planet. 50 million installs, glowing reviews. Within 10 minutes, my device was quietly sending data to 6 servers I never connected to. 6 unknown servers. But that wasn't even the worst part. The test. Same device, same Wi-Fi, same websites. I ran 2 sessions back to back. One with a free VPN, one with a paid VPN. Normal browsing. Email, a few videos, some news articles. But I had packet-sniffing software running the entire time. Think of it like a security camera for your internet traffic. It records every connection your device makes, including the ones you'd never see. And what showed up on that log during the free VPN session completely changed how I think about privacy apps. Same browsing, very different results. Now, to understand why what I found is so alarming, you need to know what a VPN is actually supposed to do. Because once you see the standard, the gap between promise and reality becomes obvious. What a VPN should do. A VPN does 3 things. It hides your IP address, encrypts your traffic, and blocks third parties from watching what you do online. Your internet provider can't see your browsing. Hackers on public Wi-Fi can't grab your passwords. That's what the App Store listing promises. And with a good VPN, that's exactly what happens. That's the theory. But not every VPN is built to protect you. Some are built to collect you. And the business model behind the one you choose determines which side of that line you're on. What I found during the free VPN test proved exactly that. What the free VPN actually did. On the surface, everything looked fine. Connected, IP changed, green shield, the works. But the network monitor told a different story. Speeds dropped by nearly 60%. And yeah, some slowdown is normal with any VPN. But pages were crawling. Videos buffered constantly. Some banking sites wouldn't load at all. That was annoying, but it wasn't the real problem. My device was making connections to third-party servers that had nothing to do with the websites I was visiting. Not random either. The same patterns showed up every single session. The VPN wasn't just routing my traffic, it was touching it, sending pieces of it somewhere else. So what were they doing with it? You've probably heard the phrase, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. During this test, that stopped being a cliche. These free VPNs were collecting metadata. Which sites you visit, how long you stay, what time of day you browse. Individually, not a big deal. But aggregated across millions of users, that dataset becomes extremely valuable to advertisers, data brokers, and in some cases, governments. You download a free VPN to hide from trackers. Instead, you just added one that sits between you and everything you do online. But when I switched to the paid VPN, the difference wasn't subtle. It was immediate. The paid VPN difference. The first thing I noticed was speed. Pages loaded faster, connections held steady, banking sites worked without issues. But the real difference showed up in the network monitor. Those third-party connections? Gone. The traffic was clean. My device talked to the VPN server and the VPN server talked to the website. Nothing extra. 0 unexpected connections. And this makes sense. Paid VPNs charge a subscription. They don't need your data because you're already paying them with money. Now, does that automatically make every paid VPN trustworthy? No. But the incentive structure is completely different. A paid VPN competes on trust. A free VPN competes on downloads, and the more users it collects, the more data it can sell. But there's a layer to this that goes beyond just data collection. And it's the part that should actually scare you. The hidden security risks. When a VPN says no logs, they're claiming they don't store records of what you do online. Reputable paid VPNs prove this with independent audits. Third-party security firms inspect their servers and publish the results. Free VPNs? Most of them have intentionally vague policies, or they bury the real terms inside agreements nobody reads. Some have even been caught keeping detailed logs while marketing themselves as no-log services. And it goes further than privacy. Some free VPNs use outdated encryption that a decent hacker could crack without much effort. Others inject ads directly into your browsing. And in documented cases, certain free VPN apps shipped with hidden malware built into the install file itself. Think about that. You download a privacy tool and it installs tracking software on your device. Not every free VPN is this bad. But that's kind of the point. The inconsistency is the risk. You don't know what you're getting until it's already on your device. And all of this feeds into a bigger problem: the false sense of security that VPNs create in general. The anonymity illusion. A lot of people think a VPN makes them invisible online. That's not how it works. A VPN hides your IP address and encrypts your traffic. That's it. Websites can still track you through cookies, browser fingerprints, and account logins. If you connect to a VPN and log into your Gmail, Google still knows exactly who you are. With a trustworthy VPN, you remove one layer of exposure without adding new ones. With a questionable free VPN, you might be adding a tracking layer that didn't exist before you installed the app. You feel safer, but your actual exposure could be higher than before you turned anything on. The verdict. Free VPNs can change your IP address and get you past basic geoblocks. If that's all you need, and you accept the trade-off, that's your call. But if you care about actual privacy, the free option isn't doing that job. In some cases, it's doing the opposite. Paid VPNs aren't perfect, but they compete on trust, not on how much of your data they can package and sell. Because on the internet, free always has a price. And unlike money, once your data is gone, you don't get it back.